Aloha, my wizards and my priestesses. I'm Romanesco, and September is the month of the scientists. Keep watching. I'm really excited to be here today and give you predictions for the month of September. Please remember that all of these predictions, including your personal zodiac sign predictions for your rising sign, are all in my blog in way more detail in the link in the description. Please click there. And first, selfishly, are you a beginning to intermediate astrologer who's tired of learning astrology through free YouTube videos and complex online courses that leave you feeling overwhelmed and too afraid of making mistakes to read charts for clients? I'm debuting my Confident Astrologer course on October 2nd for only 10 spots. This is a one-time only chance to get lifetime access to my course at a founding member rate. I will be transforming you into a confident astrologer who has mastered the basics with step-by-step methods that guarantee him to be right so that you can relax and have fun reading charts for clients while making an income. If you're into that, just hit up my DMs or email me and we'll set up a time to Zoom. And please remember, these are all based upon sidereal zodiac, which is basically the sky that we can see with our eyes, that astronomers use and our ancestors have used for 40,000 years. It tends to be more accurate. That is why astronomers use it. Now onto the predictions. Here we go. September 1st through January 30th, Uranus, the planet of funny astrology jokes and earthquakes, spiritual and physical, will be retrograde in the zodiac sign of Taurus. To understand what this will be, we got to understand Uranus is a long orbit planet. It rules things like ages, specifically technological ages or iron ages, anything where all of humanity and all of culture will evolve at the same time. But it rules the ability for earthquakes, for big changes and innovations, things that once the earth quakes, we can never go back. It's happening in the zodiac sign of Taurus, which is a sign of the pleasurer and the treasurer with a magic power of fertility and abundance. It rules farms and flat plains and fertile farmlands. So what this combination means is there's going to be a lot of earth-shattering developments and changes around things related to Taurus, such as food. We've been hearing a lot about, will we eat bugs? Will we eat 3D printed meat? This is a time when a lot of those roots and foundations will be laid for those industries that will begin moving forward on January 30th. As well as things like wealth and finances. There's about to be some big changes related to money towards physical wealth, such as land or metals, gold and silver, as well as dollar bills as well. Things like inflation will become even more bigger and more talked about until January 30th. So keep an eye on that and go to my blog for your personal rising sign predictions. On September 2nd, we'll be having the new moon in the zodiac sign of Leo. The new moon is where a wish is going to come true. The new moon is dark, but it's fully dark. So the roots have finally gone deep. So now the fruits will finally go sweet on the full moon later in the month. So this is a time that there's some wish that's going to come true related to your inner child. Leo rules the king in children and sovereignty. How do we feel free? How do we feel sovereign? How do we shine our light and express ourselves in the world? How do we spend our time? This is related to time, which is our soul. And how do we trade our time, our soul for money? Depending upon your sidereal rising sign, that'll show what house this wish is going to come true in. On September 16th through October 17th, the sun will be entering and having a party in the zodiac sign of Virgo, which rules all that nerdy, fun, technological stuff, which makes our life easier, but at the same time causes more problems. Virgo rules the doctor, the scientist, the servant, and the lawyer, and has the magic power of solving problems and fixing things. Its nature is a forest filled with all those medicinal herbs, and quicksand. Like a lawyer, the more we argue, the deeper we sink. So this is a time to all express our inner scientist and our inner problem solver. How are we trying to solve our problems in our life? How do we try to fix our health? with diet and herbs and plants. And what is our relationship with the forest? This is a time that the forest, as well as people of the forest, such as Amazon tribes and plant medicines, should be all over the media. Everyone's going to be talking about how to heal ourselves with plant medicines and really respecting the people of the forest. This is a time when the scientists will be shining their most light. People like Elon Musk and SpaceX and Tesla, those who want to solve problems in the world, should be getting a lot of attention at this time. And where will you be solving your problems? Where will you be finding healing? Go to my blog for your zodiac rising sign. On September 17th, we'll be having the full moon in Pisces. So Pisces is a zodiac sign of the monk and the mystic and the spirituality and the way to let go, and how we take a lot of mushrooms a lot of times to tune out. So this is going to be a blossoming. The new moon in Pisces 6 months ago, the roots went deep. So now the fruits are going to go sweet. So now this is a time to harvest your ability to let go and surrender and to be alone and to give up something. So where will you be surrendering? Where will you be letting go? Where will this full moon wish come true? Go to my blog for your sidereal rising sign predictions for your zodiac. On September 18th, I'm really excited about this. Venus will be transiting its own sign of Libra. This is a time where harmony and peace and fashion is going to be doing really well in the world. And that is because Libra is the sign of the diplomat and the dandy, with the magic power of harmony and bridges and creating relationships and enchantment. Its nature is a trade wind, a smooth, harmonious wind to connect people, to create other relationships. This is a time where we're all going to be finding more peace and harmony in our lives, depending where Libra rules. In the world, we're going to be talking more about peace, talking more about building bridges, talking more about unity and unity in the government. This is a time when fashion is going to be doing some really cool things. This is a time when music is going to be doing really cool things. This is a time where sailing and sailboats are going to maybe have more popularity at this time, because Libra rules things like trade winds. Libra rules birds and feathers, so take a feather. I tell everyone, take a feather and stroke yourself with it during this time, because birds are going to be very, very popular. And depending upon your rising sign, this will show where you'll be finding harmony and peace and creating more relationships in your life. And lastly, on September 22nd to October 10th, Mercury will be transiting its own sign of exhalation, Virgo. Mercury rules Virgo. Everything I said about the scientist and the servant and the lawyer and the doctor will be really kicking ass at this time. So we're going to see the pharmaceutical industry be very strong at this time. Things like medicines, there'll be some new innovations, a lot of strength. The forest and people of the forest, they should be doing a lot better at this time, getting a lot more attention, getting a lot more rights. This is a time to focus in your personal life what you want to fix, what do you want to heal, what problems you want to solve, and where you want to solve them in your life, depending upon what? Your zodiac rising sign in the sidereal zodiac on my blog. Wizards and priestesses, I hope you really enjoyed this September. Mosquitoes. This September prediction. I love being able to connect with you guys and just share my stories. So thank you for giving the opportunity to create my living doing this. Again, if you want to become a confident astrologer, not if you want to do it, but if you need to be an astrologer, I'm offering this really amazing experience. And I want to connect with you to see if you'd be a good fit for my program. Please reach out anyway. Let's hop on a Zoom and I'll show you what I'm cooking up.